All right. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Honors to those I've learned from. You know, those men that's constantly pushing out this word on the internet, keeping the sheep fed. Double honors to their teachers, the apostles of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. All right. Real quick, just gonna ask, are you still voting? Are you still voting? It's clear and present that voting is not going to change anything. Actually, it's going to make it worse for your own personal situation because you're showing that you're part of the system. It means you're part of the problem. At this point, no one really should be voting. I mean, we've seen the entire spectrum of what can happen. In 2008, people voted in the black nationalist. Their figurehead would be Barack Obama. He spoke of all these wild and crazy things. If you vote for me, I'll make all your wildest wishes come true. He continued on with the same agenda as his predecessors. In 2016, you voted in the white nationalists. You know, make America great again. Lock her up. The next day he said, no, we won't lock her up. And pretty much they kept his hands tied for so long that, you know, he got nothing done while he was in office. So voting is not going to change your situation. It's only going to make it worse. So I want to start off in Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? It's time to come out of your stupor. It's time to stop looking at all the distractions. The earth is given unto this guy, okay? You want to know what given looks like? Let me show you what given looks like. Let's go to China. We're going to go to China. China has history of China. We'll just look at it real quick. China has been around for 4,000 years, okay? 4,000 years. That's all we want to know. As you see right there, with more than 4,000 years of recorded history, China is one of the few existing countries that also flourish economically and culturally. We'll just leave it there. I mean, these people have been around for 4,000 years, okay? What do you think you can get done in 4,000 years? A lot. Why on earth are they not running this entire globe or, plane, wherever it is that we're Earth? Why are they not running Earth? Why? They had 4,000 years of trial and error, but they could never get off of that rock they call China. Apparently, that's what the white man likes to say. If they ever figured out how to get off that rock, we'd all be speaking Chinese. Right? Let's see, how long has America been around? The United States will have lasted at least 246 years, counting from the first Declaration of Independence, July 4, 1776, which is, but we could add another 200 years to that, say when Columbus got here. He's just let's get them 400 years, because they've been here before. Obviously, there are people living here, and they couldn't survive the onslaught of the white man, which is the Caucasian man, which is actually the Edomite, getting to the core of things. They couldn't survive their onslaught. We say the Edomites been here for about what? We'll just say 200. They've been in a country for 246 years, and they've completely dominated. I mean, dominated the Rome in which we live in. They control it. They own it. You like say you go to Nigeria, they don't own the resources there. Nigeria, they're a colony of France. Nigeria, the United Kingdom runs there. The South Africa, even the southernmost tip of the African continent. Who was it? The Netherlands, the Dutch own that part. Another Edomite tribe. The nations don't even own their resource. They don't own their land. These people have dominated our Rome. Okay, the reason why. Let's get back to Job. The earth. Job 9:24. The earth is given. Okay, given into the hand of the wicked. It's nothing he did to earn this. Okay. It was given to him. Who gave it to him? I should have got that. I really should have got that. Let's look that up. Let's see. Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men. It says Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it unto whomsoever he will, and setteth over it the basis of men. Do you see that word again? Giveth. It was given unto them by the Most High. Okay, this guy is not that bad. He's not that bad of a man. He's the wicked, but he's not bad enough to think that he's just gonna roll up and take down all the nations and just become the biggest, baddest thing here. It was given unto him, and who is he? He set up over it the basis of man. He is a base God. He's the lowest of the low. He is the lowest kingdom. He's the basis. Okay, we'll just go there. We'll just go with the title of base. He is the basest of man. Look at the way things are being ran here. The true face of the rulers are showing. They're pushing all that LG lifestyle, LGB lifestyle. They're pushing murder. I mean, they love talking about serial killers. They love talking about the nastiest, most vilest things. That's what really gets their butter basting in this society. That's what really gets their juices flowing. When they start talking about wickedness, they put on a little smile like, oh, we're just taking a deeper dive and just looking into this, just investigating. No, this is what they want to talk about. Okay. This is the type of stuff that really gets them, excited. It's talking about wickedness. You wonder why is the most wickedest and weirdest things. Like, just go to IMDb. A nice, wholesome movie. It won't get a. You think that, you just look at the ratings of it. They have like a rating category. You can look how each movie is rated. A wholesome, it just can't get a good rating. And when you start to see something with a nice, good, a 7 rating, 8 rating. You know that there's some nasty stuff going on in that movie. It's probably best that you don't watch it. When it starts to get those good, nice, high ratings, you're like, this is a very wicked society we live in. And if they're giving something a good rating, that's something you don't want to really watch. But that's who giveth. That's who gave this guy this kingdom. That's a given definition. Given, if you say, you know, given is, what do they say, specified or stated, inclined or disposed to. And then they have a term called God given, you know, a particular specified at a given time, assumed as actual or hypothetical, granted. It says, what does God given mean? If you say something is God given, you mean that it has not been made by people. She has, and then they give an example. She has a God given talent as a painter. You know, you see some people that can just paint. Seeing a guy, he had something he was painting on, and then he started painting, and then at the end of it, he takes the painting after he's done doing all his whatever he's doing to the picture. He turns it upside down, and he was actually painting the portrait upside down. You know, that's talent. That's talent. And some people have that God-given talent. And that was Esau's talent right there. He was given the rulership of this earth. Given to him, okay? All right. This is not something he earned. He did not earn what he has. And the same way it was given to him, it will be taken from him. And then when it's taken from him, he's never going to get it back. Never. And then once that transfer, who's it will be given to then? It's going to be given to the rightful rulers, the rightful people that were set up to rule this earth. Look, when the rightful people who we know are the Israelites take back this earth, there won't be one person from another nation that's going to walk up to an Israelite man and say, you don't deserve to be ruling. You know, after what we paid the price. Our nation as a whole has paid the price. We paid the price for going off and against the law, statutes, and commandments that were set up that were given to us. And we were made the lowest. We are the lowest in every society that you go to. Built up another person's kingdom. Got no one showed respect for our labors, showed respect for the things we had to go through, treated horribly by all the nations. What is done to our nation has not been done to any other nation before. And no other nation will walk up and say, y'all don't deserve this. Okay? We should be ruling. You know, like no Israelite man is going to walk up to Yahweh Shai and say that, you know, well, I'm not even going to challenge it. No one's going to challenge him because he paid the price. He paid the price. He died for us to have a covering so that we can be preserved until this time we're at right now. So the earth was given, okay? Y'all need to you have to say this over because it's just not getting through. Sometimes you just feel like things just aren't getting through. This dude, he didn't do anything to deserve or to merit being in rulership right now. You want to know what given looks like? Just to take a look at the law, statutes, and commandments. We're told, the correct way to behave, to dress, the correct things to eat, the correct way to treat your wife, your children, the correct way to treat nature, your surroundings, the trees. It was given to us. Esau, he actually has to do dissections and he has to figure it out himself because the Most High is not dealing with him. And even though he has the Bible, he still wants to try to run an experiment to figure out, is this the truth? God must be lying. He must have been lying to them. Let's find out how this really works. And then the more and more he check it out, he find out, Most High, the Bible is right. Because everything was given to the Israelites. We don't have to run no experiments. He already told us what to do. He told us how to measure time, how to measure the months, how to measure a week, how to measure a year. He told us all the things. We ain't had to run no experiment. But this dude over here is over here. He's doing a lot of extra stuff. All right. So let's take a look at We know when, let's just look at it real quick. Genesis 27, 39, 34. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So this is part of the blessing that was given to him. He said, you're going to have the fatness of the earth. You go to Brazil, who's down there living the best? America, who's living the best? All the coast of Africa, who owns all that property, all the resources in Africa, who are there working for. I saw a whole breakdown on the uranium plants and the uranium, where they were digging for uranium in Niger, and the way they just broke so many truces, and to the people, they don't want to pay them any money. The horrible things that Esau has done through the way of the French government to practically have those people work as slaves to mine uranium from the ground and send it to French in nice containers so that their nuclear plants can run. It's these people, the nations don't own anything, okay? Especially the dark nations. But that's what happens when the Most High says, when he puts down his word, he said, you're going to have the fattest. You see how it's written here, and now turn on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, or turn on, you would have had light cribs, or whatever you want to look at to see the wealth of your masters. These people have complete wealth, and it's pretty much always a certain nation of people that's enjoying that wealth because it was given to them. So with that, me talking about the giving, why are you still voting? This dude, Esau, even him having the incorrect vision, the showing you the lie that your vote actually counts, is wicked. He's lying to you. He's pretty much put up a whole facade that if you show up down to some booth and press a couple buttons, you're gonna remove him from power. You're not removing this guy from power. It was given to him. He just wants you to feel like you have some kind of power in yourself so he can purport and keep pushing this lie that all men are created equal. Why, as soon as he got over here on the Plymouth ship, all of a sudden he started making his laws and his constitution, he wants to say all men are created equal? Because when he was over in Europe and the Israelites were running Europe during the Dark Ages, they were letting him know he was the Edomite and he was the base nation. They were treating him like trash. They were known as serfs. So why is this guy, as soon as he gets a chance, saying everyone is created equal, but the slaves are only 3/5 of a man? Why is that? Because he knows all men are not created equal. There are 3 categories of men, according to the Bible, which is the law of this Rome. There's the wicked, which is the Caucasians. There is the righteous, the sons of God, which are the Israelites. And there are the heathen, which are the other 16 nations. There's only 18 nations down here. I don't care where you're born. Being born in a country does not determine your nationality. You don't get your last name from your mother. You get your last name from your father. It's like whoredom, saying, where you were born out of is your seed line. Your seed line comes from your father, okay? Yeah. So just voting alone, just the act of voting is a wicked thing, because this guy is making you think that you can actually remove him from power by turning 18 and getting your boys together, your whole family together, and say, we're going to get this nigga out of office. We don't like the way he's doing things down here on earth. in this room. And what we're going to do is we're going to exercise our ability to vote. And by us all coming together, we're going to remove him from power. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? Especially in America, the main thing's supposed to be majority rules. You know, look, who gets to run the Senate, whatever the majority power is, either Republican or Democrat. And now they're trying to put all the wickedness of the Caucasians on Democrats. They call them demon rats, which these things, they're wicked. I mean, I hate liberals, but they're trying to put it on them like it's not white people, all white people. It's just these Democrats, these Soros-backed prosecutors, these liberals. When it's all of them, okay? It's all of them. They're trying to put all the wickedness on like a group of white people. If you're a Democrat, on some ideology known as Democrat versus Republican, and that's not how it goes here. It's given to them. They're giving you the facade to think that you can vote, which even just him giving you that facade of thinking that your vote is going to change his leadership ability and his leadership status is completely unbiblical because it is given to you. So if you're still voting, there's something terribly wrong with you. It's time for you to remove yourself from the entire system. Don't vote. Don't have nothing to do with it. Just let them do what they're going to do. The Most High's already written this story out. The best thing you can do is put all your faith in him. Continue to pray and send up curses on this wicked, evil ruler that is over this realm. Let's see. We got everything there. Because this place is, everything's coming to a... we look at Daniel. Let's take a look at Daniel 7:20. We'll end it out. And the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. This is talking about the whole vision Daniel had in the sea of 10 of the beasts that came up. And then that one that was more stout than his fellows, he said, whose mouth spake very great things. That would be America. They really speak like they care about you. They speak like, everything's all good. Everything's all gravy. Just show up on November and make your vote. And we're going to do this all. They push democracy across the entire Rome, and they just pretty much push lies to you. They're speaking great things, but they are the base nation. Missed that. I'm going to go ahead and end it. Say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Double honors to their teachers, the apostles of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. Shalom.